Seriously? Yeah.
Meet Chiyo, a perfect blend of chaos and control, and I think she might actually shift attackers' win rates in Season 4. Thanks to the Strinova devs for early access, I have been testing her all week, and today I'm giving you my full first impression. From her kit and synergy to her biggest strengths and flaws, and whether she's worth picking up day one. Hello and welcome back to those returning. I'm May, a content creator for Strinova, making guides, gameplay breakdowns, and challenges to help you level up fast. If that sounds like your thing, hit subscribe for weekly uploads. We've also got a super welcoming Discord where you can find teammates, share clips, or just hang out with other players. Link is in the description. Chiyo is a duelist and the second long-awaited one for the POS faction. She plays like a hybrid between a high-tempo damage dealer and a disruption-focused controller. Her high fire rate makes her feel aggressive and sharp, but her utility in Awakenings give her real team value. Chiyo fires an explosive arrow that sticks to surfaces, detonating on command or upon detecting an enemy. Think of it like a tattletale. It punishes flanks, corners, and rushes with a burst of damage. Chiyo gains a vision of enemies near her allies and fires a charged, wall-piercing explosive arrow at the target. The arrow travels based on charge time, stopping at max range or upon hitting an enemy, then explodes after a short delay to deal heavy damage in the target area. It takes a moment, but it's devastating, especially in group fights. Chiyo steadily gains focus while out of battle. When her focus bar is full, she gains bonus damage until it depletes during combat. It rewards smart pacing and punishes panic shooting. A1. Upon dealing a certain amount of damage from Chiyo's Q, reduce the target's healing and armor recovery. A2. Explosive arrows spawns energy crystals after detonation. These linger briefly and then explode again. A3. Her arrow lasts longer, can be placed before the round starts, and reveals enemies it hits. First impression. Strong, but not broken. Chiyo feels powerful, but only in the right hands. Compared to Mara, who was busted on release, Chiyo has a higher skill requirement. Think of it this way. Anyone can use an SMG. It has low recoil, fires fast, and doesn't need precise aim. But a DMR? Even though Chiyo has an automatic mode similar to Nobunaga, it still demands some level of aim and gun control. Her ultimate is definitely strong, but it's not a free win as those videos make it out to be. You need good timing, and it's easy to mess up by firing it too early or too close. It shines in specific situations, but outside of those, it's easy to waste. Overall, Chiyo's kit is straightforward and her recall pattern isn't too hard to manage. She's good, but she rewards players who actually know what they're doing. So, what's the catch? Chiyo is strong, but not without some clear trade-offs. After testing her, here's what stood out. Chiyo's fire rate is already high, but when you upgrade it and switch to auto mode, her DMR basically becomes a laser. It melts. 2 headshots and a body shot are enough to down someone. And if you can keep your aim steady, the TTK, aka the time to kill, is insanely fast, which in a game like Strinova with a long TTK really comes in handy. Her A3 reminds me a bit of Michelle's turrets. With cooldown reduction, you can start the round with 2 arrows already deployed, especially on certain maps. Even without upgrades, they hit hard, and the A1 debuff can help your team capitalize with quick follow-ups once the explosions trigger. A2 adds crystals to the explosions, which means even if you notice the explosion and run away as the enemy, you might get hit from the crystals and get the debuff regardless. Her ultimate does multiply damage ticks and pierces through everything. Walls, cover, you name it. There's no real hard counter once it's active. Lastly, her passive rewards smart, disciplined play. If you're the type to not W key into every fight, the focus state damage boost can be the edge that secures the kill in a 1v1. It's a subtle mechanic, but one that good players will make the most of. Here's a possible spicy take. I don't think Chiyo is as broken as some of the community claims her to be. Her biggest flaw? Zero survivability. Every duelist in the game has something. Armor regeneration, healing, a second life. Even Aika gets HP from A3, and Baimo has an extra life with his ultimate, which allows for really aggressive plays and reckless behavior, yet Chiyo has none of that. No HP recovery, no extra armor, no second wind. Nothing. If Chiyo would have any survivability to herself, a duelist comp with Flavia might have opened up teams without a healer, especially since you don't need 3 DMRs and Nobunaga is just that good on defense. Imagine something like, every time her arrow hits someone, she recovers HP. Anything. But nada. Her nuke ultimate is strong and can go through walls, but if you don't time it correctly and let it travel the wrong distance, the ultimate will either miss completely or enemies will have enough time to run away, due to her ultimate line being the usual indicator for other players. It reminds me of Audrey. Devastating in low elo, but way less reliable against coordinated teams. The better the enemy team, the weaker Chiyo's utility becomes, and all she really has to herself is her strong gun, and how strong that is depends on you, the player. Remember her passive? The focus mechanic is a lovely thing, and I personally think it's fun, but that also means players who do not like to play in a calmer and more focused way will often miss out on the damage boost she can give herself and perhaps lose a 1v1. Thinking, damn it, I should have had the focus boost, then I would have won that fight. And that sounds like a perfect setup for frustrated players. Chiyo's focus passive says it all. She's built for players who thrive in controlled, deliberate fights. If you're the kind of player who likes to jump in, burst someone down, and then pull back to reset and prepare for the next clean 1v1, Chiyo will feel natural. Her ultimate rewards players with strong game sense and timing. You can't just fire it off randomly, you need to read the fight and recognize the perfect moment for it. When used correctly, it leads to clutch multi-kills and massive team momentum. She's ideal for players who enjoy team-oriented duelists like Ming or Aika, characters who fight with their team rather than going off alone. Unlike Flavia, Fuchsia or Mara, Chiyo doesn't have built-in sustain or escapes. Instead, she shines when working alongside allies, especially with her A1 arrows, which inflict debuffs that the team can instantly capitalize on. If you've seen my How to Find Your Main video, I would place Chiyo firmly in the team player category. Someone who rewards coordination, smart engagements, and clean execution. Chiyo isn't broken, but she's not bad. She's her own kind of strong. In the right hands, she can be lethal, and I think she will give POS players a powerful new option for aggressive plays against attack teams. I'm really excited to see which maps she thrives on and what kind of ultimate setups and lineups players will discover. Once she's officially out, I will be working on a full Chiyo guide, but even now I can tell that she is definitely my type of character. I just wish she would have some survivability to herself because, let's be real, it kind of feels unfair because everybody has it and she just doesn't. If you got to try her out in the beta test, drop your first impression in the comments. And if you didn't, what do you want to know about Chiyo before the new season starts? I will do my best to answer your questions below. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!